Good morning. My name is John, and this presentation will discuss about the strategy of a company named Cornish Crumpy Limited Company to enter siding industry in Vietnam. Now let's start. My presentation will include two main parts. The first one will be strategy of chosen company in the UK market, and the second part we will talk about the potential in international market for the chosen company to enter. Now let's start with the first part of a presentation, the strategy in the UK. Before we consider about the strategy of the company, we should go through some general information of this company. Harley Cornish Cider Farm is much more familiar name of the former name is Cornish Crumpy Company Limited, and in this presentation I will call the chosen company is Harley for short name. Harley is a family business which are now largest cider maker in Cornwall. It has long-standing experience and now it has its own orchards in Cornwall to collect and harvest the fruit, and it also have a production facility to press fruit and bottling its product. Now we come to the value and mission of Harley. Actually, that is will have two main parts. The first one will be the quality of product. They will continuously produce a premium, good taste, innovative beverage from the fruit. And above, the second part will be about the distribution network. It will serve the customer locally, nationally, and internationally. About the resources of Harley, it now have 73 permanent employee, and in peak season it will be have more 50 worker. Yeah, and this company had record with the growing chain. For each year it will be have the production volume increase in the rate of 25%. And now about the distribution network, it now stock its product with many giant retailer in the UK, and Harley also in its way to explore international market. Yeah, when it's currently coordinate with Amazon market. And how can Harley become a fast-growing business in the UK market where the competition in the cider industry is fierce? The first factor will be about genetic strategy of it, but we must consider about the portfolio of the company first. We can look that it will be have four types of product, but rather and Cornish Gold in the cider line are the most famous product of Harris, which also contribute the main part of the revenue of Harley each year. Okay, and about the strategic position of the product, we can see the table in the screen. We can see that soft drink will adopt the cost leadership where now it is available in the market with competitive price and target to the consumer who is sensitive with price and have no special demand in the product. But in contrast, the Cornish cider, Cornish spirit, and Cornish wine will be adopt to differentiation strategy, and this product will have premium price, and it will focus on the innovative flavor about the taste of the customer, and is also investing in the packaging to make it look for the customer can use for many purpose. Yeah. The second factor that contribute to Harley's growth is its strategic alignment. This family business has consistent position in the UK market by its unique selling point, which is now fit with the customer inside. It will be about the premium and natural. We can see the mapping here, the paragraph, and that's why Harley can keep its position in the fierce competition in the cider industry in the UK. And the second one will be about the activities of Harley's, which is really stick to its value and genetic strategy. As we can see the five main point here. First one is will be keep its product innovative by focus on R&D to launch new product regularly. Second, invest in the resources and production facility to gain the quality of manufacturing chain. The third one, make its product convenience to buy by building up a wide distribution network. The next one will be retailer matching with its products characteristics such as soft drink. Soft drink will be available in the Lidl, which is low price segment supermarket, while the cider, the premium product will be stocked at the Tesco, Marks Spencer, or Sainsbury. The last one will be one of important factor in the cider industry is they focus in the marketing to raise brand awareness as a premium and natural image by their tourism event in their own orchards or some of their sustainable activity to stick to corporate social responsibility activities. Along with its mission to serve the product internationally, my suggestion is to enter cider in Vietnam market, and this will be the second part of my presentation. And in this part, we will explain why is Vietnam and what is the most suitable entry mode for Harley. Macro environment will be factor govern on the industry in the country. Vietnam is a fast-growing economy, stable in its society, which become advantage for Harley to enter this market. We will consider four factors as below. The first one will be political and legal. Vietnam has stable politics because it's only have one party state in its country, and as the ranking in Southeast Asia is one of the most political stable state. And one of the things that important for Harley to enter this industry is about the free trade agreement recently signed between Vietnam and UK, which have some advantages policy for alcoholic beverage import and export. As many countries, alcoholic beverage is being applied high tax. In Vietnam, this tax will be removed after 7 years. And currently in Vietnam now, the limitation to distribution is easier than before. Foreign firms will not take more time as before to meet the legal requirement when they want to export to Vietnam. And some other advertising law recently applied to alcoholic beverage that highly should concern to have the product strategy later on. Yeah. The next factor will be about economic and finance. As a result, Vietnam is fast-growing country with the data is 6.1% per year for the growing rate, and especially we're most concerned about is about the in the pandemic context all over the world. In 2020, Vietnam has some uh, impact because of the pandemic, but they are one of country that successfully controlled the breakout pandemic. So it quickly recovered now with the forecast to increasing in the uh, alcoholic beverage sector. The third factor will be about social and culture here. We can see that just there are two factors that will make create the raising people that also the target audience of the Harley's product is about the middle class expansion, and the next one will be urbanization and aging in population of Vietnam. Uh, the purchase people here purchase more for the premium product, and now the city people also um, account for much more than before because the urbanization. Yeah, and young and in three big city of Vietnam like Ho Chi Minh, Hanoi, and Da Nang City record to have multicultural and foreign residents and and they are have the highest consumption of alcoholic beverage of the off-trade channel because many lifestyle like the chilling out at the weekend or eating out because the busy life. And further, Vietnamese will prefer foreign brands in terms of alcoholic beverage industry. The last factor is technology. We can see that easy connectivity will show in the frequency of using technology device in Vietnam. This is important factor to the alcoholic beverage because the brand play an important part in the boost of the sales of beer and cider category. As we know, product of Harley's have many lines. It has wine, spirit, soft drink, but in Vietnam market, we will focus on the cider because two factors. The first one will be about the Harley factor. Cider is its main product. It's long-standing. It has its signature of this brand. And the second will be Vietnam market through three factors. It's about the market growth, its customer insight, and importing and legal regulation toward the cider is really uh, preferable for Harley to implement their internationalization plan. Yeah, we will go through the overall cider industry. In Vietnam, this is new market. It just start form recently within 2 or 3 years. So that's why industry life cycle is now growth stage. With the market structure is only one big player uh, named uh, Heineken, and other small player has no significant activity and only account for negligible market share. And in Vietnam industry is the key success factor, almost the same in the UK market or global trend to cider category. About the it taste innovative, is convenient to buy, the network distribution, and is power of the brand. It's mean about investment in the marketing and promotion activity. Following after macro environment, we will focus on five forces apported to analyze this competitive dynamic within Vietnam's cider market. Regarding to power of supplier, it will be low. In general, apple grow are numerous and cider makers do not depend on the apple supplier because they already have the storage techniques so they can deal with the season issues. Regarding to Harley's, as we mentioned in the first part, Harley own its orchards to harvest the fruit, so it means that they can control the upstream supply chains. That's why the power of supplier is low. The next one will be a power buyer. Vietnam now in the cider markets have few brands, so the diversity of product is low, its availability is low, which make on the made buyer will have limited choice and their control over the price is low. However, Harley is new engine, which mean that they need to build a network distribution, so it means that they will depend on the intermediate buyers as operators or retailer who have power over the price. For overall, we can consider this factor will be medium low. The next factor will be threat of new entrant. Actually, brewery industry has high barrier entry because two factors. The first one will be initial investment about the product facility, about distribution network, about invest in R&D to make its appealing product. The second one will be about the regulation for this sector. It's really stringent and it will be apply high excise taxes. However, in Vietnam markets, we have to know that cider category is in growth stage of industry life cycle, so there is much room for many players, and it also appeals to many player to jump into the market because many positive sign in Vietnam market. The the third one will be threats of substitute, variety of product line in beverage industry. Substitute for cider can be other drink, other alcoholic drink like wine or spirit, and non-alcoholic drink like soft drink or ready-to-eat drink, the ready-to-drink drink. However, Vietnam's cuisine is more suitable with beer and cider rather than other alcoholic beverages, and its novelty will defeat other non-alcoholic drink. So we can conclude that the threat of substitute is low. Now we jump into an important factor. We can see the competitor rivalry in industry, in cider industry. Usually, the global cider market is fragmented, which create fierce competition. But in Vietnam, Heineken is dominant with stronghold brand. Other player only share a little market share. It means the cider market in Vietnam is concentrated and small player will avoid to directly compete with Heineken. So Harley enter in Vietnam is will not challenge directly with Heineken, but facing a small existing player. Harley should choose a niche market in which they will focus on the target audience, how to fit with their uniqueness in their product. So the rivalry intensity is medium low. After we have comprehensive understanding about Vietnam macro environment and cider industry in Vietnam, we will consider Harley's entry mode into Vietnam market. We will consider both the recommendation and explain its alignment at the same time. The first one will be entry mode. Entry mode should be direct export, in which require low commitment in resources but still have the high entry speed. Why we choose this method? Actually, is based on the resources and capability of Harley. In its first step to internationalization, SMEs should apply this method to minimize the risks and spend time to gain knowledge about the market. Harley can harness its production facility in the home country instead of raising production costs to establish new one in Vietnam. As mentioned before, Harley should enter a niche market. It should more detailed into recommendation for Vietnam markets for Harley implement its internationalization plan. It's about location and channel of distribution choice for Harley. The location will be big cities, three big cities who have 20% population of Vietnam and account the highest consumption of alcoholic beverage recorded. And the distribution, we will focus on the on-trade channel. The reason why is because the uniqueness of Harley cider will can export at the highest percent to fit this section about to focus on these people living in this city and have the habit to go to the on-trade channels like bar, pub, or restaurant. We will focus on the novelty product about the ready-to-pay, the premium product, and also concerned about healthiness, which are really matched to the uniqueness of Harley. We will concern about the potential response of the existing competition in Vietnam market. The first will be a big player like Heineken. They are now have economic of scale and power brand. They will spend money to launch marketing campaign to retain existing customers, to increase their retention, and using their brand to attract more new buyer to purchase your product. Regarding to the existing smaller who are really the same Harley in the market now, they also focus in the niche market, so they will tighten their relationship with the distribution network like retailer or operators to expand its product, and also maybe we would offer them more discount, and we'll also have more promotion for the new buyer. And that's all about the strategy of Harley when they want to enter Vietnam market. Thanks for your listening, and more detail will be available in my brochure. And the last one will be the reference I used to support some of my claim in this presentation. Thank you for your listening.